All right, I am going to show you how to use semantic mapping. So, whenever we're looking at words, there's a lot involved. We understand what the meaning of some of them is off the top of our head because we just know them. And then others, we have to use various different strategies in understanding what the author means by the use of the word, okay? So for Wonderstruck, we're going to use semantic mapping. This is a separate slide. I'm not going to include it within your slideshow for understanding what some of the words they're using mean. So this is what it looks like. It's a chart. It's a flow chart. So meaning there's something in the middle, a topic in the middle. In this case, it's a word, and offshoots in various areas explain different sections and parts of the word, okay? So I want you to think of it as a word study. The fancy term is semantic mapping, but this is just a word study, okay? If you're ever a little too far zoomed out and you can't see it very well, come up here to the zoom button. I like to click here. I put it to fit, but if I need to go even 100%, I can, just in case, all right? So the first word we're going to use is immeasurable. I've got text boxes for each of these things. Do not tell me I've deleted my text box. Oop, I'm going to show you. Watch. Oh no, I've deleted a word, not a text box. Come on now, work with me. Oh no, I've deleted a text box completely. First thing you do, hands up. Then you look on your keyboard. You press Command Z as in zebra, and it comes back, okay? All right, so I've got the word immeasurable. It's used in the passage. Now I'm going to look at where it's used specifically in the passage. That's what the source is, all right? So the source of our word immeasurable comes from the sentence in the passage. I am filled with wonder when I consider the immeasurable contrast between the two lives which it connects. I'll help you with the page numbers for each of the words, okay? But this is the actual sentence that the word comes from, okay? In the passage. Sentence. The word comes from in Wonderstruck. All right, now we're going to look at the dictionary definition. So in order to find the dictionary definition of immeasurable, first I'm going to come and highlight it and press Command C because I'm going to copy it. Then notice next to some of these areas or shapes, I've got a click box, okay? So if I'm in presentation mode, it says click here for help. I'm going to click there for help, and it's going to take me to a website called dictionary.com. It has a bar right here where you add the word to be defined. That's why I Command C or copied it in the beginning, because now I'm going to Command V as in van to paste it, and then I am going to search. All right, this is going to give me a few different answers for my semantic map. So first of all, I've got the definition, incapable of being measured, limitless. I'm going to do what I just did, and I'm going to highlight Command C. I'm going to go back to my semantic map, and I am going to input that as my dictionary definition by double-clicking and then Control V as in vanning it, okay? But let's look back here. As I skim and scan my semantic map, I've got different topics. Synonyms, antonyms, part of speech. I saw that on the dictionary definition. It's an adjective. So I'm going to go ahead and answer that now. ADJ. Adjective. Now, if I don't know that it's an adjective and it's not given to me on my dictionary.com click, I'll click for help here. Which leads me to a review of the parts of speech if you need that, okay? Now, we're lucky we have it on the definition from the dictionary.com website. Sometimes it won't occur like that, okay? All right, now I've got synonym and antonym. What's a synonym? A synonym is a word that has similar or the same meaning as your word itself. So I'm going to click here. And this is called thesaurus.com. This is actually going to help you with your synonyms and antonyms, which is why I'm not doing two links. So I'm going to, again, use the word immeasurable. and I'm typing it here and pressing enter or search. And then it gives me some synonyms, words that mean the same thing. Notice they're color coded. The darker color has the more direct definition. They're the better ones to use. And as they get lighter, they're harder to use, okay? So I'm going to include as many of the darker ones as I can fit, which is not too many, okay? So boundless, immense, boundless, comma, immense, comma. I'm clicking all over the place. Inexhaustible, limitless, exhaustible, limitless, comma, unfathomable, unlimited. Cool. All right. Now, with the same breath, I'm going to click back here because I have to do antonyms, which are words with the opposite meaning. If I just scroll down a little bit, I have my antonyms right below my synonyms, okay? So limited, restricted, bounded, calculable. I actually like that because if you look at the synonyms, inexhaustible. What's the opposite of inexhaustible, knowing that in means not? Exhaustible, right? Limited, comma, fathomable, comma. I'm looking at my list of synonyms and just doing the opposite of those words. Bounded was one of the other ones. All right. Part of speech, check, we've already done it. Now we're going into the analysis section, which analysis means breaking down into smaller parts to understand better, okay? The definition section gave us a definition with synonyms and antonyms, as well as the parts of speech, which technically is connected to the analysis part. But when we analyze it, we break it down to understand it even further. Because we're lucky, in this situation, we were given the source that it came from, so a sentence that it was used in, so that we can use it to maybe use context clues to define or understand it. Sometimes it's not given to you in an understandable sentence, meaning you're going to have to use something other than context clues to define your information, okay? So we're going to use analysis occasionally. First of all, we've got origin, okay? Now, whenever we look at the origin of something, we have to look at where it came from, all right? And what do you know? Magically, there's a click button that has appeared there. So we're going to click. If you're in presentation mode, you can click it. If not, you can click for the drop-down box. And we're going to look at what the word parts could be. So we're looking for roots, affixes, all right? So immeasurable. If I scroll down, I have an exhausted list of all of the information for root words, okay? So I'm looking at im. Okay, I found im as a prefix. So im means not. We already know that from our phonics first studies. So we'll write im, comma. Now, is there a root word, meaning a word that can stand by itself that has a meaning? Yes, measure, right? I'll write measure. And then let's see if there's any suffixes at the end. Immeasurable. Able. Okay, I've got it. Able is, can be. So I'm going to type that. Awesome. All right, word family, honestly, they want to know what word family it comes from. Word families sometimes help you, but a lot of times we use word families in like super little elementary classes like we have right here. I'm just going to skim through. In my personal opinion, I sometimes skip this section. Yeah, I skip this occasionally because honestly, what they want you to have is measure. Now, do we already have that right here in our word part section? Yes. So if you have a root word usually, I wouldn't use word family. So I'm going to show you how to draw a shape. In this section, I'll draw a line. So I come up here and click the line, and then I'm going to put an X through, just a cross through word family because we kind of already did the word family here. Okay. Origin means where it came from. I'm going to come back up here to where I got my information for my roots and affixes. So we have M. It's a prefix. It doesn't tell me where it came from because if you look up here, watch. The first list is a list of Latin roots. Therefore, the origin would be Latin. Next is Greek. Therefore, the origin would be Greek. Okay? Now, there is one thing that I look at though. Measure. I see that meter and metra are Greek, but is meter or metra, M-E-T-R, in this word? No. Immeasurable. I don't see meter or metra in it, so I can't use that. All right? So I'm searching. I can't really find it. And if it doesn't fall into one of the Greek or Latin categories, I'm going to put English. Okay. Now, does that mean modern English? Not necessarily. It could be ancient English, meaning like from the Germanic tribes a long time ago, but we're not going to get that involved in this. Okay. We're in 5th grade. We'll just chill on that for a second. And then lastly, your definition. Describe the definition in your own words. Cannot measure or tell how long / vast something is. Good. All right, that's semantic mapping. You're going to do these for different words throughout this unit, and they'll be listed on your semantic maps below, okay? So that's what you're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on top of each of the slides or in the instructions, it will tell you which ones to do each day, okay? All right, I'll check back with you a little later. Bye.